Hey guys, how are you doing? So it's been a couple days, more than a couple days, since I've done any of the chakra healing spreads, and I wanted to apologize. Mercury was definitely taking its toll on things, and I've actually had to um, edit completely differently. My iMovie still is not exporting, so Mercury's winning. But yeah, I'm here, I'm back again, and we're going to do the heart chakra balancing spreads for everyone. And instead of doing the long intro, which was like 5 minutes where I was talking the whole time, I decided to do all of the heart chakra balancing um, items or information for you at the end of the video. So if you want to watch it, it's in video form. You can pause it and just screenshot it on your phone, and then you'll just have it, and you don't have to sit there and listen to me talk. So I feel like everyone will be more appreciative of that than having to listen to me talk, because I was getting annoyed. So anyways, hope that this intro is a little bit easier to deal with. All right. Here are your readings. Hey Scorpio, today we are going to do your heart chakra balancing spread. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. I asked my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, and my archangels, please help me to set aside my ego so that I can deliver the message of the highest good of Scorpio today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The first card is representing your heart chakra right now, Scorpio. Feeling very impartial about things, like you really could just care less. Like that's just, I could care less right now. I am focused on other things, probably focused on work. Like you're just impartial. Like you've actually got like you've got like an auric field around you that actually doesn't let people near you right now, unless it's somebody that's already been around you. This is what I get from this card. Like it's just like there's like an auric field around her. Like you can't get to her. Also, I started coughing as soon as I said Scorpio and hit the thing. So I'm feeling like you guys either you have exhausted all of the things that you can possibly say, and you feel like what you're saying isn't being heard, or you're not able to get what you want out, and so you're just kind of impartial to it all. Like your throat and your heart are both very kind of like closed off. How can Scorpio improve their self-love, please? Prayer. Finding things that you're thankful for, seeing the good, gratitude journal, writing 10 things that you're thankful for every day. Thank you, God, for this breath that I'm breathing, praying before you eat your food. Before the religion got too overbearing with things, there was a reason that you prayed to your food. It was an intent. You were putting intent into your food. I am intending that this goes into my body and heals me. It isn't just, I'm eating because I'm hungry and I want to eat 95 Cheetos. There was always an intent behind things. And our civilization, especially now with society, has lost that ability to find intent and use the intent that they have, the good intent, to grow and co-create with things. And by having this prayer mentality and praying to the things that you see and are thankful for, you will come into a level of self-love and self-awareness, and that starts to open up your heart chakra. What is something that Scorpio needs to embrace so that they can allow in self-forgiveness? Please, please, please. What does Scorpio need to embrace to allow self-forgiveness? Fear of rejection, fear of being judged, fear of being viewed as less than you are. No one can tell you what you're worth. Sorry, guys. So if they're, and something about your head's in the clouds, not seeing things straight, not seeing things the way they are. There's a need to release your fear of rejection. Whether it's with another, with a job, or with yourself. Probably with yourself, because if you can release the fear of rejection within self, there is no fear of rejection outside of you, because you've filled that hole within you. So start there. Start praying and meditating and focusing on, and praying doesn't always have to mean, standing at or kneeling at the end of your bed and praying to God or whoever it is that you pray to. It could be that you write out a note every day that you just see yourself. Writing it will actually help what you want come to fruition that much further, or that much quicker, excuse me. All right, what's the best way for Scorpio to balance their heart chakra, please? And some of the readings when I first started were like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, and they were like really heavy energies. You guys are very, like, the energy is very, this is what's going on, I don't have time. There's a definite need, like prayer for me, for my type of prayer, I meditate and I connect with source that way. And that to me is a form of sacred time, and that is, I know a lot of people get turned off by hearing prayer, but it's the intent behind that action. It doesn't have to be the same action that Joe and that Nancy are doing, okay? So what's the best way for Scorpio to balance his chakra, please? Seeing your self-worth, focusing, when you fill the hole of self-rejection, and now people are like, I'm not going to reject myself, I love myself. Okay, bullshit. Okay, I'm calling bullshit. Here's the thing with the self-rejection. We're so conditioned to do it that it takes every single day, every single thought that goes through your mind to be put through a filter. And that's the only way that you get over this idealism of, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, other people are going to see me as less than. People see you as you see you. And that is, I think, the hardest thing for the majority of the population right now to grasp is, it's all well and good to look pretty on paper or on social media, but the way that you are viewing yourself and the energy that you exude from that is what people are met with. And that is what they respond to in the third dimensional world, in the 3D physical plane here. So when you find that hole that you need to literally fill with just a crap ton of little hearts for self, you're going to diminish this worry of rejection, and you will sit in this throne and come into your divinity, because you filled the holes that you were impartially having others fill for you. And you did it by your own self-love. And what's going to be the result of Scorpio balancing their heart chakra, please? What's the end result? What's the end result for Scorpio, please? Balancing their heart chakra. What's the end result? Okay, it came out like this. Your guilt for happiness. Okay, yeah. So there's a, I deal with this myself. I also have Scorpio in a couple of placements, Venus and Mercury. I get this, and this resonates with me in that I have this self-rejection. I'm not going to say it happens all the time, but I find myself being guilty for the choices of others and losing self-worth. Okay, so this is the only way that I can understand this, is that I know that I carry that within myself. And now some people go, oh, well, you're just picking up the energy of yourself. No, 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 no. We all are connected, okay? And we all, every single one of us has a placement that is going to resonate with us at some level. It just depends how many placements you have and where they are. So no matter what sign it is, you could click into a Cancer and be a Taurus, and it will resonate to a specific level if you're meant to see it, especially if you're meant to see it. So like with this resonates with me because I get this. I get feeling guilty about other people's choices. If you look at this, she's chained to doing what she thinks is right because of this person. And this person is back here shit-faced, passed out with vodka. Right? So being guilty and feeling impartial to what you're supposed to be doing, when in reality, what you're doing may not be for you. And when you come into self-worth, this chained guilt of doing things impartially for someone else, or to make someone else happy, or to be viewed a certain way in someone else's eyes, that all goes away. And you come into your self-worth, and you sit down on your throne and your divinity because you know who you are and what you're worth. And this is a really awesome reading, Scorpio. I'm really happy for you. All right, so I'm going to pull a Lightworker Oracle card for you guys. Just give me a card first, Scorpio. Oh, not doing two, guys. Come on. Well, fine. They said you only want one? Here you go. Fetch. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful, especially for the heart chakra spread. Opening up your heart. Like, to me, this is like the minute that you come into prayer, meditation, letting this in, you're going to open up your heart. That's really awesome. You're going to come into your divinity. It's really beautiful. All right, and this is number 27 and 9, which goes up to 9, which is a master number. All right, here. You are elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you're reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. Christ consciousness is an expression of divine love that comes straight from the universal heart. It triggers a transmutation and evolution so absolute that we are irrevocably changed. We increasingly become an embodied expression of pure divine will and an unwavering expression of divine love for all who are in need. This process takes lifetimes to complete. As you proceed, you will receive countless blessings to support your journey and fulfill your sole purpose of serving love. There will also be tests. These give the spirit a chance to develop mastery. There will be tests of forgiveness. It is easier to forgive when you don't harbor resentment at natural limitations, which is like being angry at the sun for not shining at night. Natural laws prevail, so whether we are speaking of the sun, a child, or ourselves as we grow, compassion allows forgiveness to flow more easily. There will also be tests of power. As you grow, you will become more powerful. You can use that power to help or hinder others, to manipulate them through fear or encourage them with love. You can nurture yourself on your path, or you can relentlessly criticize yourself for your errors. You can claim your power comes from some superiority you possess, or you can see yourself as a surrendered vehicle, animated in purposeful action through the grace of the divine. You may feel you need to sacrifice your others or yourself for others, but you are just as much in need of love as any other being on this planet. When you are full of overflowing, what you share with others can enhance you and them. It is not a choice between what nurtures you and what nurtures others, as if those were competing needs. In the realm of the Christ, what nurtures you is actually nurturing for all. When you are feeling diminished or drained, you have been pulled out of the higher frequency of peace and kindness to yourself. Become trapped in unforgiveness or power games, or seduced by the lesser truths of another, rather than the truth of your own heart. Christ calls you now to receive his love for you and to allow your heart to feel the grace of healing. It can be a challenge to learn to love another in a way that does not harm you. Perhaps you learned that love was about making yourself less in order to help another feel like more. That is not love, nor is it consciously chosen sacrifice. It is a heart acting out its scars from the past. Your heart deserves to experience real love. As you gently claim this for yourself, you will find much strength within, much respect for yourself, and a willingness to receive much good in your life. It is time for you to embrace the higher expression of the Christ love within you. You have as much right to experience love, respect, and forgiveness as another. Sharing love in any way brings you closer to your spiritual mission this lifetime. It also attracts prosperity and abundance. Let the love in. You do not have to suffer to grow now. You just need to let love flow. That is so beautiful, Scorpio. What a beautiful reading. All right, I'm going to attach the invocation right after this, so feel free to pause, screenshot, save it, and there's also all of the heart chakra healing information at the end of the video as well. I hope that this helped you, and I will see you guys on the throat chakra spread. Namaslay.